How do you know how to choose an inspector? This video is for you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I had a client ask me recently, how do you vet a home inspector? And it really got me thinking because this is something that every home buyer needs to know. So today we're gonna dive into the home inspections, what they are, how you can find a great inspector, and what to expect during the process.
Yes, today we're gonna look at home inspections are a huge part of home buying journey. They give a clear picture of the home's condition, help you make informed decisions, and can even play a role in a negotiation. But there's a lot of confusion around what inspectors actually do, what they don't do, how to choose the right one.
So let's start from the beginning. What does a home inspector actually do?
Well, first, a home inspector is kind of like a generalist, like a general practitioner of a house. They're not specialists in plumbing, electrical, or structural engineering, but they have a solid understanding of all major home systems. Their job is to identify potential issues, safety concerns, maintenance items, and then provide a report outlining their findings.
Right, and the reports can sometimes be pretty long.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thinking of them as generalists. If they see something that looks off, like an electrical panel with outdated wiring or double tapping, you'll hear them say sometimes, or a roof that might need replacing or is leaking, they'll flag it in their report and recommend further evaluation by a specialist.
However, there are limits to what they inspect. For example, they don't open up walls, check for pests, unless there are visible signs, or evaluate things like pools, septic systems, or chimneys in detail. If you need to look at those, you'll want to hire a specialist.
Absolutely, and they'll recommend that too. So while an inspection is crucial, it's not a guarantee that every single issue in a home is going to be caught. Absolutely. It's just one of the steps in your due diligence process. And luckily, we have a lot of experience and we can guide you through that and coach you through.
Yeah, experience is everything. So let's talk about due diligence, because hiring the right inspector is key. Not all inspectors are created equal. And it's important to do some research before choosing one.
Yeah, absolutely. A few things you should look for when researching inspectors. You're going to want to make sure that if it is required in your state that they are licensed and bonded, like in Oregon, that is required. But even if it's not required in your area, look for certifications, like like some kind of specialization in what training they had, which you can easily find online or by asking us. Experience. How long have they been in the business? What was their profession before? I mean, even if it was something completely different, you might want to just check out their experience. Maybe you can ask them for a sample report. A good inspector could provide you a sample report so you know what it looks like, because a quality report should offer photos and descriptions and recommendations. Also look for their online reviews and referrals. Obviously, you want to look at the Google and Better Business Bureau and all the things that you would for anything that you're looking to do professionally.
Yeah, speaking of recommendation, let me tell you about a time I worked with an inspector who I never will use again. During that inspection, he asked me, do you want a clean report? I was like, wait, instead of what? He said, instead of a full report. I'm like, well, no, absolutely, I want a full report.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
That's crazy. Yeah,
I want a real report, not clean.
I was stunned. That's such a sketchy question, safe to say.
Yeah.
I did not work with them ever.
No.
Yeah, he was fired that day.
Right.
And then, yeah.
You don't want shady characters.
Yes.
You want the real deal.
Yeah,
and somebody who's going to be honest and like thorough. That's wild. It's a good reminder that not all inspectors are ethical or thorough. This is why it's so important to do your research and work with someone reputable or who is recommended by your awesome agents.
Absolutely. Exactly. You want someone who will give you all the information, whether it's good or bad, so you can make the best decision for yourself.
Yeah. Once you've found a few inspectors you like, it's time to ask some questions. And here are some key ones. What does your inspection cover? Make sure they look at all the major systems: roof, foundation, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, top to bottom.
Absolutely.
And how long does an inspection take? A thorough inspection should take at least 2 to 3 hours.
At least.
Depending on the size or condition of the home, it could take a lot longer than that. I've been at one that's like 5 hours.
Yeah.
So another question is, can I be present during the inspection? And absolutely, you absolutely should be. I will be there, or your realtor will be there the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's a good opportunity to really scope out the house even more because you have hours there. Another question you can ask is, do you provide digital reports with photos? A well-organized report with images makes it so much easier to understand what's going on because they're like 45 pages sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
One other really good question is, do you have experience with homes of this age or style? Older homes, condos, new builds, they all have unique potential issues. So
different.
experience really matters.
I love that question. A home that's 100 years old has different concerns and different kind of construction standards. So hire an inspector with experience with that type of property can be really helpful.
Oh, big time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now let's switch gears and talk about negotiations, because once you have the inspection report, you'll need to decide how to proceed.
Absolutely. Yeah, buyers sometimes think they can ask for everything to be fixed, but that's not always realistic. In most cases, the focus is safety and kind of structural issues and anything that might be electrical or so forth, plumbing leaks, foundation cracks, anything that's like safety, health, structural, like envelope issues. Yeah, those are really important.
Oh, right. We typically see negotiations go one of three ways. The buyer requests the repairs, and the seller may agree to fix certain things before they close. The second way is the buyer asks for a credit. That consists of finding professionals to give you estimates on what those repairs are, and you can ask the seller to give you a credit to pay for those at closing. Or the third one is the buyer takes it as is. If the issues are minor or the home is in high demand, the buyer may move forward without asking for repairs.
And that does happen sometimes. Not often, but sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if the issues are too big, like a failing foundation or a major electrical problem, the buyer might decide to walk away altogether. That's why an inspection contingency in your contract is so important.
It's crucial.
That's one of the biggest contingencies.
Yeah. So the key is to be reasonable. If you're buying an older home, you can't expect it to be in perfect condition.
No.
So focus on the major health and safety or structural issues when negotiating. And be prepared for some small fixes to be part of home ownership. I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, you're buying an old home.
Yeah.
It's not brand new. If you are buying new construction even then,
Yeah.
there are going to be some things to get by.
There's something with every house, right? Every
Absolutely.
single one.
Okay. So to recap, a home inspectors are generalists who help identify potential issues but don't specialize in any one area. Do your research, find a reputable inspector, ask good questions, and use the inspection report as a tool to make informed decisions.
Absolutely. And when it comes to negotiations, focus on what really matters, like we've said, the health and safety and major system concerns. And always keep in mind that nothing is going to be perfect.
No.
It doesn't exist.
No, it
You're
does
going to
not
find
exist.
something wrong with every single house.
Absolutely. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give us a like, subscribe for more home buying tips. And if you have any questions at all about the home inspection process, drop a comment.
Yeah.
We're here to help you.
Yeah, we love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
And also, if you're thinking of buying or selling, reach out to us. We'd love to help you navigate the process. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.